Hello everyone, Jolene here from Bookworm Adventure Girl. Welcome back, and if you are new, thanks for checking out my channel. Please hit subscribe and stick around. A couple of weeks ago, I did a book pairing of a non-fiction and fiction book, and I thought that I might start pairing books that, I think go well together, either because they cover the same topic or they have similar themes. And today I have another pairing for you. And I'm pairing these books because, first of all, I loved both of them. They are both charming and delightful reads. They are both funny. They have older female characters. They have quirky characters. And they both have to do with sports. So if you like books like that, definitely keep watching. Now, the first book I'm going to talk about is Albatross. And this is by Canadian author Terry Fallis, who I have talked about a number of times on this channel. Terry Fallis is absolutely one of my favorite authors because he always tells a feel-good story that makes you laugh and think, and it's heartwarming at the same time. Albatross is one of my favorite novels by him. It is about a young man named Adam Coriel who is a high school student, and he's a very likable character who wants to be a writer. He loves fountain pens and his girlfriend, Allie. And for his phys ed class, they have a new teacher, Bobby, who is a character that I still think of every once in a while. Even though I, read this book when it first came out I think it was in 2019. Bobby has recently read an article about how certain people have the perfect body makeup to be talented in at least one sport. And Bobby decides to put this to the test by measuring the students in the class. And none of them are a match except Adam. And Adam is the perfect match to be exceptional at golf. And Adam is so good, in fact, that he doesn't even have to work for it. He doesn't have to practice. Practice will actually make his game even worse. So he's just naturally a superstar golf player. Unfortunately, Adam doesn't actually like golf. And as we get to know Bobby, we learn some surprising things, and the relationship between Adam and Bobby is just quite moving. The relationship between them is developed so well, and you can't help but like them. And the book goes in places that I was not expecting. I did not see the twist coming, and it just broke my heart. It is not all sunshine and rainbows, and there is some depth to it. And also, in case you were wondering, I am not a fan of golf. I do okay with mini golf, but that's about it. So you don't have to be a golfer to enjoy this book. That is not the point. The message that I think is that it's trying to convey is that it's more about following your passion and doing things that make you happy, and that ultimately, money is not going to buy you that happiness. And even when things come easily, it's not always the right thing. So there are some very funny scenes in this. Terry Fallis always has humor in his books. He's won awards for having humor in his books. And he also leaves you with just a good feeling. So the book that I paired this with is Britt-Marie Was Here by Swedish author Fredrik Backman. Fredrik Backman, also a favorite author of mine, and even though this was published in 2014, I actually just finished it this last week as a buddy read with Kristen from Enter the Book, and I adored this book. I'm still thinking about it. Once I got to a certain point, I started thinking that there were some similarities with Albatross, and I knew that, this would be my next pairing. So the main character in this story is Britt-Marie, who is in her 60s. She has just left her husband after 40 plus years of marriage and is in a small town called Borg. And her character is very quirky. She reminded me of kind of a cross between Molly in Nita Prose's The Maid and Eleanor from Eleanor Oliphant is completely fine. So if you like, if you've read those books, either of those books, and you like those characters, then you will know what I mean. Britt-Marie likes things to be clean, and she likes to follow rules. She likes things to be very orderly and regimented. Even with her silverware drawer, it all has to be the correct order for her. So at first, you might think that she's an unlikable character, but I found her endearing early on, and my love for her only grew more as we got to know her. Britt-Marie ends up staying at a community center when she arrives in Borg, and that's where she meets some kids, probably teenagers, who have a love of football or soccer, for those of you in the US and Canada. The kids kind of adopt her as their coach, because without an adult as a coach, they can't play. And the themes in this book could be really heavy. There's grief, loneliness, there's a found family, marriage, new love, kids on the street in small towns. But Backman does what I think he does best, and he is able to rip your heart out in one sentence and make you laugh in the next. So even when some of it is so bizarre, like Britt-Marie befriending a rat, making sure he's well fed, and he does that in such a believable way. So both Britt-Marie and the kids have loss in their past, and they just have an understanding of one another. And Britt-Marie just, wants to be seen and acknowledged for who she truly is. And that's really all the kids want too. It's probably what we all want. And I just thought Britt-Marie's character development was excellent. She really comes into her own, and you see giant leaps in how she changes and grows. So the other thing that this story, actually both stories really, one of the things that they bring up is the importance of sports, equality in sports for males and females, and how we can learn about our lives from sports. And I thought that that was well done in Britt-Marie Was Here in particular. And this book, like Albatross, leaves you with a good feeling. When I turned to the last page, I was satisfied with, where it ended. I was okay with it. So those are the two books that I have for you today. They are both great if you like quirky characters, older female main characters, if you like humor, if you like just kind of easy but endearing stories that can also really pack a punch once in a while, and of course, if you like books that include a sport. So please let me know if you have read either of these books or if you are interested in either of these. Also, let me know if you have any other recommendations of books that might fit into this category that would go good with this pairing. Are there any other novels out there with quirky female characters and sports, that you have read and that you've enjoyed? I would love to hear about that, and I look forward to chatting with you in the comments. Thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and don't forget to make every day an adventure.